All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nice Rider here, and just want to talk to you today a little bit about your experience level and years of riding motorcycles and the experience that you gain while riding motorcycles. So I'll tell you, the topic of this video is 30 plus years of riding motorcycles. Does that mean you're a pro? No. The answer to that question is no. Don't ever listen to anybody that tells you that they're a pro because they have ridden motorcycles for 30 plus years, 20 years, 10 years, whatever. Whatever it might be, it really depends on the type of riding that you've done in the past. You know, I mean, am I a pro at riding? No, I am not. I started riding a Honda three-wheeler when I was a little kid. Got my first dirt bike when I was a little kid. Rode a street bike whenever I was probably, I don't know, 10, 11, 12. I had that one for quite a while. Yeah, I've had several bikes since then over the years, and I am way far from being a pro at any type of riding. There is a lot of different types of riding, and just riding around town, riding on the highway, riding cruisers, you know, that's majority of what I always had was cruisers. So yeah, I'm pretty good at riding those, but I'm definitely not the best, and there is a whole lot that I can still learn. Now, this is my first super sport bike, so you know, I had a really fast bike years ago, but still, it's been a long time since I had one, and this one is the first one that's actually extremely fast. So, am I pro at riding this thing? No way, no how. I mean, I would not want to try to give anybody tips that I do not know for a fact, that I'm not for sure of. So if I ever tell you anything specific, you know, how to ride in the wind, whatever, take it as for what it's worth. I've ridden a lot of bikes in the wind, but majority of the bikes that I've ridden are cruisers. So this being a sport bike, it is different. I don't care what anybody tells you. It is different riding a sports bike than a cruiser bike. I do feel like I have a lot more control than when I'm all laid back on a cruiser, but I was always really comfortable on a cruiser, and I never had any issues riding one, turning or anything, or corners or anything. Riding a cruiser, you know, riding the sport bike, it's a little different because just the, you know, what I'm used to, being able to floor my bikes, even on my Honda VTX 1800, I never had to ever worry about the front tire coming off of the ground. You know, my VTX 1800 was a really, you know, quick bike for what it was, but it weighed 900 pounds. So, I mean, that sucker, it didn't really have problems with the wind on the highway. It didn't really have problem. I never had a problem trying to lift the front tire off the ground if I gave it all the throttle it could take. And it was just a great cruiser. You know, my Harley that I had, it was an 883 Sportster. You know, a lot bigger CC than, you know, this 600. This is 636 cc's. And if I give it full throttle, this sucker's coming up. So I've found that out. But the confidence level that I have on riding a bike is just for riding around town and riding on the highway, not like taking corners super fast or popping wheelies or anything like that. So all my experience is on cruisers. My experience cornering is on cruisers, everything is. And what I'm trying to get at is that even though I've been riding motorcycles for 30 years, over 30 years, does not mean that I'm a professional at anything. So a lot of the videos that you watch, you know, take what they're telling you, and hopefully they know what they're talking about. Hopefully they've been there and done that, whatever they're talking about. And, you know, take it for what it is. Use the advice that they give to an extent, you know, but also use common sense. Know your own ability to ride the bike, and you'll be all right. That's just, don't get mixed up into peer pressure if you're group riding or anything like that. There's a lot of different variables. That was a pretty good wind gust there. A lot of different variables that play in to riding a bike and whether you're a pro at riding one. Now, if you ride on the streets all the time and you ride on the track, I'm not here to tell anybody that they're not a pro, but I am here to tell you, if anybody says they're a pro at riding a motorcycle in any condition, any type of situation, then I would have to really question that, because there's a lot of different situations, a lot of different variables that come into play on riding a bike. And you could be really amazing at slow speeds and cornering around cones and stuff. You could be the best there is at that. And then when it comes to cornering on really fast corners, sorry, got sidetracked. If it comes to cornering on real fast corners, then you might not be that great at that, you know. You might not be skilled as somebody that does tracks. You know, if you do track races on your bike, on your sports bike, then you're probably going to be better at taking corners at higher speeds than a person that has not ever done that. And I'm not here to tell anybody how good they are at anything, but I'm just here to tell you that just because somebody has a whole lot of experience does not make them professional at anything. So whenever someone tells you things, just keep in mind that no matter what it is they're doing, it might work for them and it might not work for you. So does 30 years of experience make you a pro? The answer is no. No matter how much experience you have, you could always learn something different. And in my mind, to be a pro, you would have to know all kinds of situations. And you could be a pro at one type of riding, and I wouldn't even consider myself a pro at any type of riding. So anything I say in these videos is just my experience, and just take it for the fact that I've done it, and I wouldn't tell you something wrong or, you know, something that I have no experience about. And I just hear a lot of videos, a lot of people talking in motor vlogs and stuff about this is how you do this is how you do that, and that's great. That's how they do it, and that works for them. So, and it might work for you, but just keep in mind, not everybody is the same. So take what you can from people, learn from people. And I mean, I watch tons of videos all the time. I watch videos about cornering, how to corner, whether I should counterbalance or I should put my whole body off to the side. there's a lot of different people out there with different ideas and different thoughts. Now, if you're going real slow like I am right now, then counterbalance to me is super easy. I don't have to worry about laying the bike over too much to turn very sharp, because I'm just not going very fast. And if you do go faster, let's see how quick I can stop. I want to take this corner. Anyway, if you do go faster, then, oh man, I went the wrong way, didn't I? I did. That's all right. Anyway, if you go faster around corners and you're used to leaning your body weight, then, you know, that's great, and that's what I'm still trying to learn. So, but just don't take everybody's advice as it's like 100% the truth, because it's really just that person's experience and that person's ability, how they do it. So anyway, just wanted to reach out. I've watched a lot of videos, and I really give props to everybody that makes the videos. And I know it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time to edit. So I really appreciate all the videos that people put out there with all the information that they put out there. But just make sure whenever you're listening to those videos, don't get overconfident just because you watch the video. You go out and ride. That's plain and simple. If you're watching how to pop a wheelie, then watch what they say and then go at your own pace. Don't go out there and think, oh heck yeah, I can do that, no problem, and try popping wheelies just like somebody that has been doing it for a long time, someone that is a pro. So anyway, it's just want to let you guys know, whenever you're new to riding and you're really looking at videos, looking at information that you can get from people, just because someone has been riding bikes since they were little kids and they tell you in the video, I've been riding bikes since I was 13 or 12 or 11, like me. I mean, I just told you that too. You're going to take every single thing I say and go with it like it's the gospel, or are you going to take it and use some common sense? And holy crap, there are freaking tons of cars. Anyway, so just make sure whenever you're watching all these videos with all these people that are telling you all these different things and all these different ways of doing stuff, that there are a lot of different ways of doing stuff. So, and you can go into neutral too. Anyway, hopefully you guys listen to what I'm saying and you watch these videos and pay attention to what other people have to say, and you take that in and you apply it to yourself at your own pace and at your own abilities. So just make sure you guys are being safe. That's the main thing. And watch out for yourselves. Don't go try and do anything stupid that just because you watched a video on it and seen how to do it, now you can go do it yourself. Just need time and practice, and I mean practice doing what you're wanting to do. What if you want to be a pro at something, then that something is what you practice, and that's what you do with, and that's what you stick with. And I am really good at just riding around town, but I would still not consider myself a pro. There's too many variables in riding around town. Too many different situations that you could get yourself into. Alright guys, well, Appreciate you hanging out with me and tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I'll have more videos. And probably won't have any videos telling you how to pop a wheelie because I don't know how to do that. But anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll talk at you guys later.